You knew about that witness. You planned this whole thing with my father behind my back.
Liza does not need to hear this.
Coming to court every day, using me to get kicked out. It was all a setup.
Hey, look, you knew I went to Jack to try and get him to point this finger at me.
Yeah, and you knew I hated it. That's why you didn't tell me. You could be charged with murder.
You're innocent. Greenlee, that's the bottom line here, okay? And after what that guy heard me say, I could be guilty. So yes, I'm doing everything that I can possibly do to make sure that you go free. Yes.
It's incredible, but I can't let you do it.
It's done.
No, it won't work anyway. The strategy is all flawed. It all hinges on convincing the jury that you're still in love with me. That you killed David so we could be together, but it's not true. It's all an act. Right?
I gotta get out of here.
And you kissed me. Right here. You're with another woman, but you're willing to give up everything for me. What do you expect me to do with that? What does it mean? You kissed me. Right here. You're with another woman, but you're willing to give up everything for me. What do you expect me to do with that, Ryan? What does it mean?
It means that I don't want to see you go to prison. That's what it means.
But I'll be fine if you do?
It's different.
How?
Because you're innocent, and I could be the one that poisoned David.
This isn't how it was supposed to work. I was supposed to go free.
You will go free.
It's not free if you're behind bars. Don't you get that? I just wanted this to finally be over so I could say it out loud.
Say what out loud?
What I want. What I really want.
What matters right now is that you get acquitted, Greenlee. I personally, I don't care how we get there.
Well, I do. I don't want you to pay for the choice I made.
What does that mean?
When I came back, I was so hurt and angry. I thought you turned your back on me, so I turned my back on you when I married David. I made you watch. I wanted you to suffer because I thought that you had forgotten about me.
Look, you don't owe me an explanation.
No,
okay?
I owe you so much more than that. I'm so sorry. You were just trying to move on with your life, and I couldn't accept it. And maybe it's too little too late, but I need you to know that I accept it now. I know that you would never hurt me. And if I could go back and do it again, I would never hurt you either, because you and I are...
Hey, guys. Did I miss something?
Step away from the trial for a few hours, you missed a lot. Gosh, I wouldn't know where to start. Well, there's a witness who said that he saw Ryan outside my hotel room the night that David died.
Well, I mean, that's okay, right? You admitted that you two had a fight in there.
Well, this witness also testified that he heard Ryan say that someone was going to die that night.
What? And you knew about this guy? You knew what he was going to say?
Tad found him the night before the trial, and he brought him to me, and I brought him to Jack.
Who I'm not done with, by the way. I told him you were off limits.
Hey, Greenlee, it's done.
You
It's
are out of
already
your
done.
mind if you think I'm going to sit back and watch this happen.
When are you going to stop being the hero?
Madison, I'm really not trying to be the hero here. I'm trying to get the truth out in the open. That's all I'm trying to do, okay? I mean, I personally think it's time that we all face this.
What's this?
The
Face
facts,
what?
the facts. We have to face the facts that lead to the real possibility that I am guilty, that I am the one that killed David.
For the record, Greenlee,
Spoken like a true lawyer.
I never lied to you.
Well, you sure as hell didn't tell me the truth. I knew something was going on. I told you not to use Ryan to get me acquitted.
He was protecting you the same way you're trying to protect him.
Is this Pearson guy even for real?
Yes, he is.
So he really saw Ryan. He heard him say that?
He says he did.
Oh, my God, Dad. The police could start digging around because of this. What if they find more evidence against him?
Greenlee, to my knowledge, there is no more evidence against him.
That vial that you're holding, Ryan had it.
Oh my God.
I think he did it. Kendall, I think he poisoned David.
You said you trusted me.
And clearly that was a mistake. You're fired.
I understand you're upset,
Do you? Really?
but you cannot fire me in the middle of your trial, Greenlee.
Watch me.
The judge won't allow it. Not without very good reason or unless you decide to represent yourself.
I've heard worse ideas.
I haven't. This is your life we're talking about. The difference between you waking up in your California king or on a cot behind bars for the rest of your life.
Don't you think I know that?
Then why is it that you can't see that our number one priority is to get you a not guilty verdict?
Because that verdict turns around and indicts Ryan. There has to be another way.
Don't you think if there was another way, we'd already be walking down that path? I have to create reasonable doubt, and the only way I can do that is to point a finger at somebody else.
Well, then find another somebody else.
Nobody else had the means, the motive, and the opportunity like Ryan did.
Don't even say that. Don't even think it.
I have to. And guess what? So does Ryan, because since this witness popped up out of nowhere, it's looking more and more like maybe Ryan did kill David. Greenlee, don't tell me this hasn't gone through your mind more than once. That's why you're so damn opposed to this idea.
If you're waiting for me to tell you that I think Ryan is guilty, you can forget it. I don't think that. I can't think that.
Then let me do your thinking for you, Greenlee. You are on trial for murder. Murder. This is no time to let your judgment be clouded.
I'm not an idiot. I'm well aware of what's going on here.
Then act like it.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to be honest.
What, now you think I'm lying to you?
Yes, I do. And worse, I think you're lying to yourself.
I don't know what that means. What would all of a sudden be clouding my judgment?
The fact that you're in love with Ryan?
What I do or don't feel for Ryan is completely irrelevant. What matters is where we go from here. You need to decide if you're my lawyer or my father.
And you need to decide if you want to save yourself.
Of course I do. But I also want to save Ryan because, yes, okay, I love him. It's my fault that David lost his life. I won't let Ryan lose his too.